Liam Denning, I'm not going to say he's not buying into the rally, but I'm going to tell you he's going to tell us who is.
Good morning.
Liam Denning, how are you? Heard piece today talking about insider buying and selling, right?
Yeah. So what
are the insiders doing? What's the smart money doing?
Well, they're not buying this rally. I mean, they're selling stocks mainly. So in February, they were selling $13 worth of their company stock for every $1 that they were buying, and that's the highest ratio since October, and it's also the highest amount since last May, which you may remember came just after the last time the S&P 500 peaked, just prior to the recent peak. So now it's not a foolproof indicator, because people, if you think about it, people tend to buy when they think something's going to go up, but they can sell for all sorts of reasons. I mean, you can sell just to raise cash to pay bills or whatever, but this comes alongside other signs, that aren't so encouraging. I mean, for example, this rally has happened despite the fact that earnings growth estimates are coming down. I mean, last July people were expecting, I think, about 13 or 14% for 2012. I think at the moment it's about 8%. So we've been buying even as those estimates have been coming down. Trading volumes are coming way down, and they've really plunged recently. And it's never good when you get those rallies on very thin volumes. And
well, and I think you talk about mutual fund flows, right?
Yeah, I mean, they've been, we've been seeing outflows now for, I think it's 9 months in a row. Generally, people, if you think about it, your average investor has lived through 2 big crashes in the past decade. People are much more enamored these days of bonds, of gold, of alternatives, and also of foreign equities. So, we've seen inflows into foreign equity mutual funds, but domestic equity mutual funds just really aren't that popular. So, you start trying to think, well, where is the money coming from that's fueling this?
Who is buying? I mean, the stock market's going up.
Right.
Somebody's buying it, right?
Someone is buying. And
that is?
Stock buybacks.
Stock buybacks are a big part of it. And if you think about it, companies do have a lot of cash on their balance sheets. One of the weird things about the recession and the aftermath is that companies laid off a lot of people, productivity went way up, and profits have actually been doing pretty well, and companies have been building up big cash balances. I mean, Apple, obviously, we all know about their huge, gargantuan amount on their balance sheet. And, we've also seen buybacks coming back in a big way. And I think in part because people are worried, it's kind of paradoxical, people are worried about the future. So we've seen the stocks that have tended to outperform are stocks that pay big dividends and have been doing these buybacks. Now, whether buybacks actually create value, I mean, I'm not convinced, but people do seem to like them.
Has the insider selling accelerated as the rally has intensified over these past few months?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So we saw it hit a peak last May. And then it started to come down, and actually in October, and this is why it's kind of a weird indicator. In October, the ratio of selling to buying really peaked, which, if you think about it, is kind of weird, because October was actually a good time to buy stocks, because that was when the market bottomed. And then it came down, but it's been really coming up, and it really started to ramp up the last couple of months, and which, as you know, coincided with the rally really gathering steam.
So we have to go quickly, but I got to ask this question. So insiders aren't buying, mutual fund flows are out, volumes are low, a lot of buybacks. Should we really read the stock market as a very good indicator for the general economy now? You smile a little bit when I ask that question.
Well, you want to ask yourself, I mean, is the market ever really a good indicator of where the economy is going? I mean, the market tends to predict a lot of recessions that don't happen. And as you know, it peaked, when did it peak? It was, what, October 07?
Of all time? Yeah, it was October 07.
Yeah, and was that a very good indicator? That's about 3 months before we slipped into recession. So, yeah, I wouldn't put my money on the market telling you exactly where the economy is going.
Yeah. All right. Good answer. Succinct question, succinct answer. Liam Denning, thank you very much.